show you now is how to make Tadka, which is basically how you flavor Indian food. It's like you can use this for pretty much any Indian dish that you want. It consists of cooking oil, obviously, and onions, tomatoes, ginger, and garlic, and the different masalas, which is Hindi for spices. And the spices that you use are coriander, cumin, let's see, we've got Garam Masala. This is what they call haldi, or turmeric. We need coriander powder and cumin. And then we also, for many different types of dishes, we need cumin seed. And this is really good when you grill it in oil. It's so good. Okay, so my oil is getting hot. And now I'm just going to add some onions. And you cut the onions like diced, but for different dishes you need it like a different consistency. So like for instance, if you're making barta, which is an eggplant recipe that is absolutely amazing, which I plan to do for you guys, you want the onions and the tomatoes cut very chunky. But for most times for the tadka, you want the onions diced up pretty fine. So the onions cooking is a very important part of Indian cooking because onions have to be done a certain amount. They have to be brown but not burned. So you have to watch it really close, and I have it on medium-high heat right now, but only do it on medium-high heat if you are going to be watching the onions like a hawk. If you have to set the onions up and like go work on something else, like chop the tomatoes or chop the ginger and garlic and stuff, honestly, I recommend you do all that beforehand before starting. But if you have to do it that way, then set this on very, very low heat and caramelize them. And then once they're like almost completely caramelized, then you can like focus on them and like bump the heat up and get them browned. So I'm gonna stop recording for a minute and wait till they get browned properly and show you what I mean. Okay, so they're starting to get a little bit more done, and you might think that this is good enough at this point, but no, it's not. You gotta keep going, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so these are looking almost done. They're not quite there yet. I know they look brown, and most people would be like, oh, those are too done, but in Indian cooking, this is what they expect. They expect it to be like very dark in color, but not brown. And you may need to add a little bit of water to deglaze the pan to keep it from like sticking and getting gross. So in here I have ginger and garlic mixed together pretty equally. And so we want the ginger to start cooking and stuff. So we're going to add a nice little helping of ginger and garlic. Don't be afraid to use ginger and garlic in Indian cooking because it's like a staple. So the onions aren't quite done to consistency yet, but I wanted to go ahead and add that, and I will come back in a moment when the onions are done. Alright, so these are looking just about perfect, and I really wish you guys could smell what's going on right here. And now I'm going to add the tomatoes. Alright, so I have added salt, cumin, coriander, and red chili. And I'm going to mix that in. Red chili is something that I forgot to mention in the spices that we use, but this is red chili from India, and so typically when I'm cooking this at home, I use just cayenne. Or you can get some arbol chilies and slice them up real tiny and use that for spice instead, and that's really, really good. So now that that's all added, I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water. And then we're just going to let that cook down until it's nice and delicious. And this is like a flavor package, like full of just deliciousness. And you add this to any kind of curry or like aloo gobi, and this is what gives all those dishes that delicious flavor. So this is the Tadka and the spinach that's all been ground up, and now I'm just incorporating it. You want it nice and mixed together. Here is the spinach all mixed in with the Tadka, and we're going to let that simmer some. And the traditional dish makes it with cheese. It's like a certain kind of cheese that they make in India. But for the vegan recipe, we would just add some boiled potatoes. And we just get them soft. And you can boil the potato whole and then cut them into pieces this size, or you can just add it to the Tadka and get them soft there. The original recipe uses this cheese, and it's like almost like cotija cheese, but it's like solid and it doesn't like melt at all. And you know, we can't eat the cheese obviously, but anyhow. So this is getting all nice and hot. I'm going to turn the heat down, and then I saved the water from boiling the spinach, and just to keep it from getting too dry, I'm going to add a little bit of that. Okay, so here we have the final result, and I'm sorry that this is a non-vegan dish that I'm making for you guys right now, but you gotta make do with what you got, right? So the last step for this is to add some Garam Masala, and this stuff is awesome, and I specifically recommend this brand because not all Garam Masala is created equal. So you're just gonna give about a teaspoon of the Garam Masala, and you can add it in the beginning if you want, but the way I was taught is to add it at the end. So you just sprinkle that on there. And please just pretend that this is potatoes and not cheese. I can't help that I have to cook cheese. It's just part of my job. But you add the Garam Masala, and then at this point you would taste it and make sure that it has like enough salt and everything, because you know salt tastes vary, and Indian cooking actually uses quite a bit of salt. I don't often use as much salt as they like want, because you know you can always add more salt to the table. You can't always take it away. But this is Palak Paneer, and like I said, you can always substitute the cheese for potatoes, and it makes it just as delicious, and I love it. It's one of my favorites. Enjoy! So this next dish that I'm going to show you is green beans and potatoes. I have the Tadka that I just made, and I'm going to add the beans. And these are, as you can see, very chopped into like a ½ inch piece. And they're fresh green beans. You can use frozen green beans, I have found personally, but fresh is just so much better. Like, it's just got so much better flavor. And so you add the green beans, and then you add just a little bit of potato. I mean, you really don't need much. It's just a little bit. Really give it like some carbs, I guess. But so then you mix it all together. And my Tadka had started to get a little bit dry. And this is supposed to be a dry dish. It's not supposed to have like curry or wet stuff to it. But we don't want it to burn, so I'm going to add just a little bit of water. And then I'm going to cover it and let it cook on heat so that it will kind of steam it. Steam the beans and steam the potatoes and get them nice and smooth. And then once it's like close to being done, I'll take the lid off and finish getting rid of like all the extra liquid that I just added. So okay, so it's all done, and now I'm gonna add Garam Masala and incorporate it in. And then one thing that you do whenever you make Indian food is you garnish with a little bit of cilantro on top. They call it coriander, which really confused me at first, but I figured it out. But this is done, and it is delicious. I tried it. This is like naturally vegan, so this is just a perfect dish for us, and it's one of my favorites. I hope you like it.